All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with part 2 of this freaking show. Weekly podcast with a little bit of something and a whole lot of nothing. I am your host, Travis D, and still with me,
Awkward Colin!
And Geekcast Joe.
And like I said, this is part 2 of the 2-part episode that we are doing for this week in honor of Thanksgiving and for the fact that we didn't do one last week. So it's kind of like it's like a really exciting, bonus for you, but at the same time, it's kind of like, I'm sorry that we forgot the anniversary, but here's a belated gift. So, I really don't have to ask you guys how you're doing because we already talked about that. You guys just kind of want to dive right into the questions and stuff?
Yeah, that works for me.
Awesome. So I asked some of you guys to ask us some questions, something about the holidays or just in general. And I'm really happy that I got some awesome questions from a lot of people. Some people asked more than one question, and I'm okay with that. So we're going to sit here and we're going to answer every single one of these questions to the best of our abilities. Starting with a couple questions that came from GCR himself. Okay, so GCR put 5 things and only 5 things for Thanksgiving dinner. And yes, drinks do count. So if there were only 5 things you could have for Thanksgiving dinner, what would those 5 things have to be?
Ooh.
And he says to be specific. Don't just say gravy. Is it turkey gravy, beef gravy, etc.?
Okay.
5 things that I would have.
Colin, we'll start with you.
Oh, shit.
Joey, let's start with you.
Grandpa's famous kosher ham. Oberweis chocolate milk. Hawaiian rolls. Stuffing. And this is hard because now I'm down to the 5th thing. Buffalo Trace bourbon.
Nice. I actually talked to Grandpa, what was it, Friday, I think?
Nice.
I think it was Friday. And I was actually talking to him about Thanksgiving and everything, and he actually invited me down for a Thanksgiving breakfast that I'm unfortunately not going to be able to make because I got to be at my dad's by 11 o'clock on that day. But he did mention he was making a ham, and I regret the fact I'm going to miss it.
It's going to be good ham. It always is.
Oh, yeah. There hasn't been one, and I remember it's weird, too, because, Grandpa actually remembers, when they used to live in Oak Forest, I used to stop over to their house, a lot. Colin actually stopped over there a couple times with me. And every time I walked in there, they'd be, leftovers and anything I could snack on, sit down, make you a plate real quick and stuff like that, and it's always good food.
It always is. That's true.
What about you, Colin? What are your 5 things?
A green bean casserole.
Nice.
I definitely have to steal from Joe and say Hawaiian rolls. Probably French fries. What was it? Gotta have pumpkin pie. And homemade mashed potatoes.
Nice.
The actual potatoes that were mashed by you.
Oh, yeah. I'm with you.
So where there's still the chunks in it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I fucking love it. Travis, yourself?
Well, obviously I gotta go with the turkey. And if I had to be specific about it, I would go with the drumstick. I always get the drumstick every year at my dad's. Green bean casserole, always a favorite. Sweet potatoes. Huge fan of yam sweet potatoes, so definitely gotta get those with the marshmallow on top. It's a must. As a drink, I'm probably just going to have to go with Pepsi. Um, Always been my drink of choice at Thanksgiving. Don't know why. Don't even know how that started, but it's just Pepsi. And then dessert, if it's homemade, it's got to be pecan pie or sweet potato pie. Oh, maybe pumpkin. Sweet potato pie. I'm going to go sweet potato pie. It has to be homemade, though. It has to be homemade sweet potato pie. But yeah, those would be my 5 things. That's my Thanksgiving right there. My dad used to make this stuff. It used to be like a pistachio salad kind of thing with pistachios, the marshmallows, pistachio pudding with cream and stuff like that. It was absolutely delicious. He doesn't make it anymore, but it used to be really fucking good. And even the simplest things, like when we were kids, we just had like cherries and pineapples on toothpicks.
Yeah,
it was like a pineapple chunk, cherry, pineapple chunk. It was so simple, but like we would like eat a bunch of those. It was so good.
Nice.
Yeah. Um. The next question it comes from my buddy Phil, and it's actually for Awkward Colin, and he asks he wants Colin to tell him how the proper way is to eat a tamale.
Tamales are those ones wrapped in the corn things, right?
Yes. We have a tamale lady that comes to our work and everything, and we're talking about the stories and stuff about people like eating the tamales, not really realizing the proper way to eat them. And once in a while, not naming names, sometimes some people don't take a tamale wrapper off.
Might text a friend to ask how to eat one. Needless to say, that would be me.
If you could, yeah.
And
if you could teach Phil the proper way to eat a tamale.
Well, you unwrap it from the corn shell, and then you can eat it that way. Don't just stick it in your mouth like I did. Actually, Travis recently got that question from me. Probably about a month and a half ago, I'd say.
That's because we actually brought it up because like I said, I mean this girl makes like fucking tamales like every morning. She like travels to, like these small little businesses and sell them off and shit like that. And we were just talking about the tamales and they're so fucking good. Do you remember what tamale you had? Like if it was like a beef or a chicken or a pork or something like that?
I think it was just beef.
Just beef. Joey, do you eat a lot of tamales or enjoy tamales?
I love tamales, and I'm a beef tamale guy.
All I know is that the fucking thing should come with instructions.
Well, and maybe I've almost always only ever had the Tom Tom tamales, which come in in a wrapper that is not a corn husk.
Yeah, that's not real.
So it's a little clearer.
It's not a real tamale.
Delicious though.
It's a traitor.
My favorite tamale. Colin, you won't eat it, but Joey, if you ever get a chance, get the green chili and cheese tamale.
All right.
Yeah.
They are absolutely amazing. Definitely recommend trying some of those. But you need to get authentic tamales, like the ones that you need to make sure you take the husk off before you eat it. Not the ones that come in plastic wrappers and you microwave for like 35 seconds, because that's not a tamale.
Like a gas station one?
Yeah.
I'd imagine a gas station would be like that.
Well, Colin, you remember Fat Ricky's?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. They sell tamales, and when they send you a tamale, like when you order a tamale, it's the Tom Tom tamale that Joey's talking about. It's in a plastic wrapper, and they roll it in like fucking aluminum foil, like they don't even give a shit. Question to everyone: sports peppers and celery salt on a hot dog? Yes or no?
Sports peppers and whoa shit! Almost fell out of my chair here. Me, I'd say no. I mean, the celery. You said celery salt.
Yeah.
That I would be all right with. Obviously peppers. I'm not a pepper guy, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can all go fuck yourself if you say otherwise.
Dave, guy we used to work with, he's not putting peppers on it. I think he might be putting celery salt on it though, but I do both just because that's Chicago style. That's the way I love it. That's the way I'll eat it. I don't put ketchup on it. Can't do it. Won't do it.
Ketchup is wrong.
It is
on hot dogs.
Yeah, I can't do it. But I definitely do sports peppers. I definitely do celery salt. And then obviously you got the onions and the relish and everything. Now, the only thing that I do differently to my hot dogs from my Chicago style preference compared to what normal Chicago style is I think, and if anyone out there wants to correct me, be my guest, let me know if I'm wrong. But I think a normal traditional Chicago style hot dog is supposed to have sweet relish on it. I'm more of a dill relish guy. So that's what I changed, but normally everything else is pretty much the same as Chicago style. I think about the cucumbers, tomatoes, onions, mustard, celery salt, sports peppers, and stuff like that.
I believe you're correct.
Yeah.
But I like every Chicago style I've had has a sweet relish and a dill pickle spear.
Yeah.
And I think they balance well.
Yeah. Yeah, and there are places that do that. Now, some do one or the other. I don't know if I've ever had a place that did both. If I did, I really didn't pay attention to it. I know I get more hot dogs with the spears than the relish on it, but it's half the time I don't even pay attention just because it's a fucking hot dog and I down that fucking thing like I'm in a porn. So it's like...
You think I'm kidding, though.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, you should see me take this thing. Oh, God, like an anaconda eating a deer. And yes, if you ever want to see what that looks like, go to YouTube and you can search it. It's really there. I don't know what it's called. I'm not going to look it up right now. Anyways, the next group of questions, it's actually, I think there's 5 of them. It actually comes from Fear from Fifth Cast. His first question is, who is the sexiest out of all of you guys?
Well, me, I don't consider myself sexy, so...
I won't answer that out of sense of modesty.
So we all agree it's me.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. It's the hair and beard. I know.
Mm-hmm.
Who would win out of the hosts in a fight to the death? I'd go with Colin.
I would agree.
Really?
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I can see you doing some crazy shit if needed to happen, Colin.
I'd probably say that, too.
It'd be like one of these things like where you and me like would like form like a bond to first take Joey out. And then like as we're standing over with him in victory, you just like
stab you in the back.
Yeah, just,
stab you in the back.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean it's a fight to the death, so I mean I would understand, you know, but I mean, yeah, definitely Colin. Okay, this question is a little more real. Where do you stand on the whole Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday idea?
Merry Christmas.
Always Merry Christmas.
I wish people a Merry Christmas, but I would also wish people a Happy Holidays because there are like 30 holidays that happen between like November 15th and January 29th.
Yeah, I mean, like if
that's
it's
only
like
if you're communist.
Yeah, that's true. It's mostly communist. Mostly Soviet Russia.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kidding. Calm down, Putin. Like if I'm out in public,
in Soviet Russia, holidays wish you.
Perfect example. I was at Sam's Club, so they shop with my mom, and there was like an elderly couple in the vehicle next to me. As I was sitting away from my mom and everything, I was just talking back and forth with them. As I was saying bye, I wished them a happy holiday. When it comes to like just being very broad about the season, I wish people a happy holiday, you know, including like Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and stuff like that. When I'm around family, when I'm around friends and stuff like that, I'll say Merry Christmas. I get why it's not in the schools anymore, but it's still, I mean, it's goofy for me, but I get why it's not in there. But when it comes to a general overall, you know, wishing a stranger or some random group, you know, have a good holiday season, then I'll use Happy Holiday. But when it comes down to just talking about Christmas, I do say Merry Christmas because that's what I celebrate, and that's what I enjoy.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm with you there.
Fuck yeah. Is that 1, 2, 3? Oh my god, there's only 4. You fucking liar. Anyways, okay. Now, if you could recreate a holiday based on you, what would it be called, and how would it be celebrated?
If I was to create a holiday based around me,
Mm-hmm.
well, it would be Halloween. Is that a cop out?
That's a major cop out. I was born on Halloween. That is my holiday.
That's what I've always thought that way. I always claim Halloween is my holiday.
That's a really hard question. Can I have the 4th of July?
Yes. Yes, you can. But how
It'd be
would you
celebrated
celebrate?
basically the same way, only with more drinking, and everyone would be off, even people who don't work for the federal government.
I would like that. Except oh wait, no, never mind. That's New Year's. Okay, here. I'll change it to like what Joe did. Mine would be Halloween,
Nice.
where everybody dresses up because they have to hide their identity from me because I'll come otherwise and kill them. That's the
It's your own. It's like a purge. It's your own personal purge.
yeah. It's the lure behind it. You gotta dress up and hide your identity from them, or I'll come kill you.
Okay. God, I've just discovered how to do certain things on Snapchat. It's really distracting, but also quite terrifying.
Do you have Snapchat, Joe?
I do.
You should add me.
What'd you learn on Snapchat, Joe?
I've been face swapping for the past 25 minutes or so.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, like pulling up like old pictures and shit?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. I didn't know if like Maddie was sitting right next to you and you guys just keep face swapping.
No.
My
truly terrifying.
My
What was yours
holiday-
be? Sorry.
I don't know. I mean, that is rough, and I started thinking about it, and then you guys start fucking saying 4th of July and Halloween, and fucking, I just stopped thinking. I don't know. I don't think I could do what you guys did and just kind of like merge off into a holiday. I think I'd have to like create my really own holiday. So okay, so this is my holiday. I'm gonna call it. I don't know.
Well, he thinks of that. Does anybody know if they still make a Keurig cold?
I don't know. I would think they would.
Because I haven't seen it in the stores anymore, or even online, without actually searching for it. Sorry for that interruption.
I think it'd be called Travesty Day. Just be a whole day where people spend time outside with friends, enjoying a bonfire, making s'mores, drinking beer. And they have a choice. They can listen to music, but it has to be like meaningful music, no screamo or anything, or they have to listen to previously recorded episodes of this freaking show.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know. There ain't no other. I mean, there's nothing really about me. It's like, fucking Travis T Day. We'll just call it T Day for short. Fuck it.
I'm in.
Fear, thank you for allowing me to think.
Well, when would it be, Travis?
It would probably be, I want to say sometime in June.
Okay.
Or possibly May 26th, like my birthday.
Okay.
But maybe it definitely has to be warm. And you have to find that fine line between the where there's not going to be any rain because it has to be outside. And it's not too cold, not too hot. Like Ren, I'm gonna say like maybe the end of May, early June, somewhere around there. Well, it's kind of like how like Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Maybe it's like a Memorial Day, like a pre-Memorial Day kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, back to back holidays and shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll keep these dates. Maybe we'll do some special episodes for those holidays. Next cluster of questions. I think this might be the end of them. I think there's like one more somewhere. I'll find it. Bobby Vera asks, "Can blind people see their dreams?"
Yes.
Ooh. There's actually a guy, believe he is like Tommy Edison. He's a blind guy. And he was asked this. He actually answers that. So if you want to know from an actual blind person's perspective, go watch him.
There you go.
Yeah.
My answer is going to be if they believe it.
If you believe it, if you build it, they will come.
He also asked, "Why are tricks only for kids?"
Because they're communists.
I actually don't know the answer.
And they don't want it for the adults. Because they know adults are greedy. And they'll hoard it all from the kids. And those little rat bastards won't get anything, as they shouldn't. Because they should just sit there and wait till they're a fucking adult until they actually get the fucking age to eat their own tricks. Fucking rat bastards.
Were you touched by a cartoon bunny as a child?
That was
Yeah, what happened to you?
Yeah, that was very angry. That was like I don't want to talk about it. I've seen some things kind of moment there, Colin.
Well, that's why you yeah.
All right, last question. Why is there a light in the fridge and not in the freezer?
I don't know why.
I don't fucking know. He's the one that said it.
Oh,
I don't got an answer for it. I was waiting for you, man. You're the smart one on the show.
I think it's probably because freezers are typically smaller, and you don't need to see as much in there because you wouldn't have, or when they originally came about, you wouldn't have as much shit as you do in a fridge.
I can see that, kind of like a smaller space.
Yeah, it's a smaller space. I mean, there's only so much room that thing's gonna hold that you need to look around for.
Yeah. Could it have anything to do with like could the temperature of the freezer break the bulb? I really
that's a good point.
There's got to be a Google answer for it.
There could be a reason with the filament. Now, see, actually, that you mentioned that, Sam asked that question this weekend when she was over. She goes, "Why isn't there a light bulb in your guys' freezer?"
According to, wait, what'd she say?
She said, "Why isn't there a light bulb in your guys' freezer?"
Oh, well, according to what was this, Quora? I don't fucking know what it is. Anyways, one goes to the fridge at night much more often than the freezer. Fresh food looks tastier with direct light, but a pizza box is a pizza box. Ice gets in the way. Drawers and what the fuck? Opaque?
Opaque.
Whatever. That's not a real word.
Yeah, it is. It's transparent.
Opaque shelves mean you would need a light per drawer or perhaps on the door. Hey, that rhymed. Well, Bob, the reason there's no light in the freezer is because made-up words. So there's that. Phil came back with one more question. What's your least favorite ethnic foods? I'm going to say anything with curry because I'm not a fan of curry. So Indian food, curry.
I love Indian food.
I'm going to say tamales.
What is my least favorite ethnic food?
No, I'm not going to say tamales. But anything that's spicy. I mean, that falls in all ethnicities. I wouldn't have anything against any other's food.
I don't know that I have a least favorite ethnic food.
Yeah. I don't know. I like all food. I mean, don't get me wrong, but for some reason, like when it comes to curry, I can't do curry. I've tried.
There's different versions of curry.
I guess it's just anything that has the word curry in it.
Curry powder.
Yeah, pretty much anything with curry powder. Or the Curry Man, who's a professional wrestler.
What?
There's a guy who wrestled on TNA called the Curry Man.
Okay.
Yeah, legit guy. People run out of ideas for people. So yeah, I think those are all our questions. Thank you everyone for sending those in. We really appreciate it. And I love doing stuff like that.
Send in more.
Yeah, we'll keep doing that. Just send us more questions, and as we get them, we'll answer them and shit like that. It'll be awesome. Heck, if you send in enough of them, maybe we'll Facebook Live the answers. I mean, I'll sit here in front of a camera. You won't hear what Joey and Colin are saying, but for some reason, people like to see me on camera. And I'm like in a tank top right now. I'm pretty fucking hot looking, so kind of missing out by not sending more questions. Anyways, let's go to a promo, and we'll come back with Colin's freaking state of mind.
Looking for a podcast to listen to? Look up Geek Dig Pod. They've got comics, movies, music, video games, tech, or whatever your geeky little heart desires. Look them up at geekdigpod.com, on Instagram or Twitter at geekdigpod, on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, the Satchel Player, or Player FM. The Geek Dig Podcast is part of the Tangent Bound, BS Podcast Network, and the We Be Geeks Network.
And we're back. If you enjoy a delicious burger and a beer, you should head down to Fire Pit Bar and Grill in Peatone, Illinois, and have those on Mondays and Wednesdays for like nothing. It's pretty cheap.
How much is nothing, Joe?
I don't know, like $7.99.
Isn't it $6.99?
Could be.
That's even cheaper.
I don't remember. I'm really bad at this promo because I just don't ever practice it.
You sound like an AM radio.
Tremendous.
Oh, Joe, come on, you got this, man. Put some feeling behind that shit, brother.
I don't even know what to say.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what to say. You just repeat. We're gonna be like, what's that fucking guy who sits behind the rock as the guy talks to the bitch?
What?
That old fucking story.
Cyrano de Bergerac.
There you go. I'll be your Cyrano. You ready?
Yeah.
Hey, Geek-Ass Joe here.
Am I supposed to do this right after you?
Oh yeah, no, keep going. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Geekcast Joe here.
No, don't. I'm gonna whisper to you, but you need to get like explosive on this shit.
All right.
Hey, Geek-Ass Joe here.
Geekcast Joe here.
If you want a tasty burger at a down-home, country-style bar and grill restaurant.
If you want a tasty burger from a down-home bar and grill restaurant.
Come on out to the Fire Pit Bar and Grill at Peatone, Illinois.
Come on out to Fire Pit Bar and Grill at Peatone, Illinois.
You get burger and beer for $6.99 every Monday and Wednesday.
Where you can get a burger and a beer for $6.99 every Monday and Wednesday.
And if you need to get a breakfast to cure a hangover from the night before.
And if you need a breakfast that'll cure your hangover from the night before.
They also serve breakfast from 8 to 11 every Saturday and Sunday.
They also serve breakfast every Saturday and Sunday from 8 to 11 in the morning.
You can find them on Facebook at Fire Pit Bar or at the website, firepitbar.com.
You can find them on Facebook at Fire Pit Bar or on their website at firepitbarandgrill.com.
Yay!
We did it! Woo!
You know,
That was
in all reality, we could just use the pre-recorded promos we never use.
That's true.
But okay, that was much more fun than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I actually had a lot of fun doing that. I hope people had fun listening to it.
They should.
Oh, they must, right? I mean, shit. They're going to die. They're still around right now, so I mean, they should know who we are by now.
That is 100% accurate. Y'all have had a year.
I know, right? Speaking of Arkansas,
Arkansas. Where the shit that come from?
Let's go to Colin with Freakin' State of Mind.
Well, I guess Travis spoiled the surprise. This week is Arkansas. The great Arkansas. It's one of those states not talked about a lot. Doesn't really make the news. Really nothing to it. Couldn't really find any facts on it. Pretty boring state. I'm just kidding. Arkansas. Pretty interesting little state you got. So let's get right into it. Arkansas River can rise no higher than the Main Street Bridge in Little Rock. Well, pretty interesting.
How do they regulate that?
That's a good question. I
mean, wait, is this like a law, or is this just
I think
what
so.
happens?
I think it's a law. It's in my law section, so I'm going to say it's a law.
Huh.
Okay. There is a law that provides that school teachers who bob their hair will not get a raise. So,
Who bob their hair?
yeah, don't cut your hair in a bob.
Oh, I thought they're like headbanging, but like in a like gentler manner.
If you headbang you could not.
Hey,
get
they're
a
just bobbing your hair, you know. Like what's that fucking movie? Knights of the Roxbury's, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah. And you
Maybe
break
the person who
window.
created the law not a big fan of Knights of the Roxbury. No.
Oh, that's possible. Supposedly, this is a law that should definitely be gotten rid of. A man can legally beat his wife, but not more than once a month. That should definitely be. Can never beat his wife, and
Yeah,
vice
that's a
versa.
little ridiculous. Yeah,
And vice versa, the woman should never be able to beat her husband.
right.
Because
Unless it's
even
like a
though you
consensual
may not
thing.
believe it, there are women that abuse their husbands.
There are. It's actually pretty common.
It's just that men don't really talk about it.
Yep. We don't talk about anything.
Exactly. Oral sex is considered to be sodomy. So,
That's
Bizarre.
Travis, you better not be going and giving anybody blowies out there. You're going to be committing sodomy.
well, we'll see. I'm lonely.
You gotta get somebody to like you, right?
I just want to be hugged.
For all you gator hunters out there, if you're going and catching gators in Arkansas, or even transporting them to Arkansas, make sure you don't keep them in bathtubs, because it's illegal there. So,
Illegal bathtub gators.
yes. Here is one for the city of... I don't know. So how would you pronounce this? It's like Lafayette, but without the la. So I guess it's Fayette.
I'd just say Fayette. Yeah.
Fayetteville.
Fayetteville.
Mm-hmm.
It is illegal to kill any living creature.
Wow.
Now see, I believe that law's probably broken a lot.
Mm-hmm. I kill spiders all the time.
Yeah. I mean, not with like the intention of it. It's just like
No.
spiders. A lot of people kill them.
Ladybugs.
Ladybugs, ants,
Ants.
all that kind of things. Okay, and we have some for Little Rock, since Little Rock's like their biggest town, right?
Seems like it.
Honking one's car horn at a sandwich shop after 9 p.m. is against the law. Well, hopefully there is no need to be honking your horn at that late at night. So, and especially outside of the sandwich shop. Because I know if I worked there, I would not want to be listening to a car horn after 9. So, no one may suddenly start or stop their car at a McDonald's in Little Rock. I don't know what that would actually consist of. I mean, would it be slamming on their brakes or hitting the gas? That's for you guys to decide. Or if somebody from Arkansas can inform us, please let us know.
Yeah, all our listeners in Arkansas who have vehicles.
Yeah.
Specifically
in the town of Little Rock.
Yeah, to our huge fan base in Little Rock, Arkansas, go on Twitter, use hashtag Freakin and let us know. Throw us your input.
Yeah, definitely. This one's a little interesting. I don't know. I mean, I guess in a way you could. But dogs cannot bark after 6 p.m.
Mm.
So, I guess you got to muzzle
All these
them?
unenforceable laws. So weird.
Yeah, right? And like I mentioned before, in our previous episode, I pull these from the internet. And not everything on the internet is true. So, we cannot be held liable if you decide to believe every single one of these. In my opinion, most of them are going to be true. But there's a good possibility that some of these are false. But, I mean, these are dumb laws, and we have seen dumb laws arise in other states as well. So,
That's true.
flirtation between men and women on the streets of Little Rock may result in a 30-day jail term.
Flirtation?
Flirtation.
Hmm.
So, when you try and pick up your honey, make sure it's not in the streets. So, that's my little tidbit of advice for you there.
Sounds legit to me.
It is unlawful to walk one's cow down Main Street after 1 p.m. on a Sunday. Yeah. So, those are some really dumb laws of Arkansas. So let's get to a little more interesting facts. Arkansas contains over 600,000 acres of lakes and 9,700 miles of streams and rivers. That seems like a lot.
Yeah.
But I really want to know what it is compared to other states. The state contains 6 national park sites, 2.5 million acres of national forest, 7 national scenic byways, 3 state scenic byways, and 50 state parks. That is a very scenic state, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like it.
So, since 1830s, the area now known as Hot Springs National Park has bathed notables as diverse as Franklin D. Roosevelt, Babe Ruth, and Al Capone. The park is entirely surrounded by the city of Hot Springs, the boyhood home of President Bill Clinton.
Huh.
Yeah. We have Clark Bluff, overlooking the St. Francis River, contains chalk to supply the nation for years. It's interesting. I didn't even know chalk was like a natural substance.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely didn't know Supposedly Johnny Cash was born in Kingsland, Arkansas. The town of Pine Bluff is known as the World Center for Archery Bow Production. World Center of Archery Bow Production.
That's fascinating.
Yes. So go there if you want a bow. The town of Alma, Arkansas, claims to be the spinach capital of the world. Popeye must really love it there.
Yeah.
I would too, because I love spinach myself. Now, you guys might have to help me on this one, because I don't know who he is. But Scott Joplin was born in Texarkana. He is a popular musician and composer. Do you guys know who that is?
Nope.
Travis? Is Travis alive?
Yeah, I'm here. Is it Scott Joplin?
Scott Joplin?
Is that like any relation to Janis Joplin?
I haven't the slightest.
Yeah. No, I was talking to you. For some reason, my mouthpiece was flipped upwards, so I didn't hear any wheezing or sniffling. My best guess would be he wrote the songs for his sister, Janis Joplin.
I don't know. My only search for Scott Joplin brought up an African-American composer and pianist who died in 1917.
Yeah, pianist.
Oh.
Yeah, I was way off.
Yeah, from what I see. This might be one of those fake facts. At least according to Wiki. So. Where are we? We got the Arkansas River is the longest stream to flow into the Mississippi-Missouri River system. Its total length is 1,450 miles. Interesting.
Wow.
I mean, because Mississippi is the longest river in the U.S., right?
Mm-hmm.
The Nile is the longest in the world, right?
It's either the Nile or the Amazon.
Well, it's up there with the length. Then we have milk is the official state beverage, which was designated in 1985. I like that. It's good to have a state beverage. We then have the Buffalo River is one of the few remaining unpolluted, free-flowing rivers in the lower 48 states. And that's the more you know about Arkansas. So thanks for joining me on this freaking state of mind.
Good job, Colin.
I dig it.
I gotta admit though, when you said earlier, or when you were joking about how like Arkansas was a born state, I wouldn't be surprised if you were being truthful about that because you really don't hear much about Arkansas.
You really don't.
No.
So
No, the only thing I ever think about it is that it's just Kansas with an AR.
It's Pirate Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
R. Arkansas. Yeah. Joey, what are you doing for Thanksgiving?
I am
hanging out in Lafayette, Indiana.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. You, I'm assuming you're going over to see Grandma and Grandpa and all them in the morning.
Yep, that's the hope.
You're gonna be there all day?
Most of it.
What about you, Colin?
Thanksgiving?
Mm-hmm.
Me particularly, I'm not a fan of the holiday. But since people I know, are, I am going to be going to spend the beginning of the time at my girlfriend's house. And we will make our way over to my father's place for the remainder of the day. It has been undetermined whether or not shopping will commence that night. Because, as we all know, in the stupid state of the United States, stores insist that they need to start selling shit on Thanksgiving instead of just sticking to Black Friday. But that is my plans for Thanksgiving.
Sounds nice.
Travis, yours?
I'm going to do what I do every year. I'm going to go out to my father's during the day, come back home, going to rest up for a little bit, and then I'm going to meet my mom out, do some Black Friday shopping. And probably come back home, sleep until the evening. That's about it.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, it's fun, quaint, the norm, tradition, I guess, if you will.
Yeah.
All right. Since it's the holiday season and everything, I'm going to do more Thanksgiving jokes.
Okay.
Literally, I just pulled up this website. I haven't read through any of these. I don't know if they're going to be funny or how they're going to be, but I'm just going to read off a couple until we close out the show. So, why did the farmer run a steamroller over his potatoes on a field on Thanksgiving Day?
Well,
Do not know.
because he wanted mashed potatoes?
There you go. Way to ruin that one. Why did the turkey cross the road?
Ooh.
Because it was stapled to the chicken?
What? What?
That's a good question.
It was Thanksgiving. He wanted people to think he was a chicken.
Oh.
The fact that you went the other way either suggests that you weren't hugged enough as a child or you were hugged too much as a child.
Probably both.
That's it. May I say a prayer before Thanksgiving dinner? Tom asked gracefully. A lady was picking through the frozen turkeys at the grocery store for Thanksgiving, but couldn't find one big enough for her family. She asked the stock boy, "Do these turkeys get any bigger?" Stock boy says, "No, ma'am, they're dead."
Yeah, and the sad thing is that there probably are people that actually do that.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah. Why did the cranberries turn red?
Do not know.
They saw the turkey dressing. See. Why do pilgrims' pants always fall down?
Don't know.
It's because they wear their belt buckles on their hats.
Oh, yeah, that's true. They have them up there.
What did the turkey say to the computer? This one's dumb.
What did the turkey say?
I don't know.
Don't know.
Google.
I kind of agree. That was dumb.
Well, Luke from College Station, Texas. Your joke sucked. He's also tell you where to submit it from. So if anyone knows a Luke from College Station, Texas, let him know his joke is dumb. From our huge fan base in College Station, Texas, find Luke and tell him he's dumb.
Or at least his joke was.
Yeah, that too.
Just stick away from the comedy. Stay away from it.
Yeah. Fucking Luke. What do you get when you cross a turkey with a centipede?
A millipede?
Drumsticks for everyone. A man buys a parrot only to have it constantly insult him. He tries everything to make the parrot stop, but nothing works. Frustrated, the man puts the parrot in the freezer. After a few minutes, the insults stop. The man thinks he might have killed the parrot. So he opens the freezer and takes the parrot out. The parrot is shivering and stammers, "Sorry for being rude. Please forgive me." Then after a moment, the parrot softly asks, "What did the turkey do?"
Wow.
What did the turkey say to the turkey hunter on Thanksgiving?
What's that?
Quack, quack.
I think I've heard that one before.
Let's see here. Why did the farmer have to separate the chicken and the turkey?
Don't know.
He sensed foul play.
Uh,
Oh, that's fucking funny. I like that one. Good job, Alex from Sterling Heights, Michigan. What's it? No, that's dumb. That's dumb. What is a limping turkey? No, that was dumb. Okay, I'm gonna find one more, and it better not suck. Nah, they all suck. We'd like to hire you to see it. No, that's fucking dumb. Oh, what's the difference between a pirate and a cranberry farmer?
no idea.
A pirate buries his treasure, but a cranberry farmer treasures his berries.
Wow.
Yep. Of all the ones I wanted to find that didn't suck, that was it. And then there's a picture of a turkey talking to the Grinch, saying, "We'd like to hire you to steal Thanksgiving."
That's fantastic.
Shit. Hey, Colin,
Yes.
what you freaking on this week?
This week, I am. What am I freaking on?
I would assume Best Buy Black Friday deals.
Oh. Well, yes, there's that. It's Black Friday. At the end of this week, and I mean, because of who I am, I would normally go hog wild at Black Friday. But really, I have to tone it down this year. And I have bought myself one item for Black Friday. And I am sticking to that. But yeah,
Like you've already bought yourself? You've already bought your Black Friday thing?
I have.
Wow.
Because Best Buy, for the top tier elite member, they allowed early access to the Black Friday deals today. So I was able to purchase my Black Friday item today. So now I don't have to worry about Friday.
That's awesome.
Yep. And I have shared this glorious joy with 2 other people. So they will no longer have to worry about the trouble with going to the store on Friday.
Nice.
Yes. So what about you, Joe? What you freaking out?
I'm just happy to be kind of more or less back home for Thanksgiving.
Oh, good.
It's really nice to be home for the holidays.
It's good to have you.
Or at least for this one, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's good to have you around this holiday.
Yeah, thank you. I'm happy to be here. Travis, how about you?
Yeah, I guess really it's just the holidays. I'm on vacation this week, so that's kind of nice. I'm trying to get a lot of stuff around the house done. I was hoping to do a lot of yard work stuff, but with the weather being as crappy as it is and as crappy as it looks like it's going to be, I probably won't get to any of that, which sucks because I was really hoping to cut down this pine tree. But it looks like it might live until spring. But yeah, no, just I'm just relaxing, hanging out with Coops, and just getting ready for the holiday season, stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah, something simple, something simple.
Nice.
Well, just simplish. Yeah. Hey, Joe.
Yes.
Let's see if we can try this again without me fucking it up.
Yeah. You definitely don't do as grand of a job you did last time.
Every week, our listeners can catch Geekcast Joe here on this freaking show. But if they need more Geekcast Joe, where can they go?
If you need more Geekcast Joe, you can go over to the Geekcast Live podcast at gcl.ninja. You can also find us on Facebook, iTunes, SoundCloud, Twitter, and YouTube by searching Geekcast Live.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, from the bottom of my heart and the hearts of everyone at this freaking show, we want to wish you a great holiday. I hope you spend a lot of time with your friends and families and all that stuff. Everyone's able to get together and enjoy the special bond that you guys share on the holiday season. For the love of God, if I give you any type of advice, don't talk about the election. Do not do it.
Probably
Keep that
idea.
Far away from the Thanksgiving fucking dinner table because it's going to do nothing but cause problems. Which, granted, this is going to be released till after Thanksgiving, so you're probably not even listening to me anyways. You're probably going to go do whatever we want to do anyways and fuck it all up.
All I'm saying is, don't say we didn't warn you.
Yeah.
Because we did.
Like, yeah. You're going to sit there and be all like, oh, man, I should have listened to it. If only this was 3 days earlier. That's not on me. Okay? Common sense, people. You want to talk about shit? You talk about, what's going on that day. Don't talk about school. Don't talk about work. Don't talk about the election. Don't talk about any sporting event because all you're going to do is piss somebody else off. And that is not what Thanksgiving is about. You talk about that meal and don't talk about the turkey being dry. Your mom worked hard on that fucking turkey.
And for it.
You better make sure that is the moistest fucking turkey in the world and you do not use the word moist to describe it. That's a creepy word.
Actually, I use the word moist.
I do too.
I don't know what other word to use.
Succulent.
Ooh, succulent.
Nice and moist.
So you kind of went back to moist. Yeah, succulent. You use the word succulent.
Wet.
Juicy.
Juicy works.
Right?
Soaking wet.
Soaking wet.
Dripping.
Dripping.
Drenched.
Drenched. Did you like thesaurus? You just come up with like wet words that would describe not only a juicy turkey but also a sink sponge.
Yes.
Oh shit! From this freaking crew to you guys, happy holidays! Enjoy your Thanksgiving. We'll be back next week with another episode of this freaking show, which you can find every episode that we do on iTunes, iTunes, Stitcher, Podbean, SoundCloud. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram just by searching this freaking show. If you want to get in contact with us, ask us questions like the questions that we answered earlier in the show, or if you just want to chat with us, or maybe, just maybe, you know of a local band you think is absolutely amazing that maybe the rest of the world should hear, get in contact with us. We'll play their music like we're going to play Ripley Shoe. Ripley Shoe, we're having another song played at the end of this show because you people are so fucking lazy. You won't just send me a song from a local band that you know. And no disrespect to you guys. It's not your fault you're fucking lazy. It's the holiday season. I still love you, though. Don't stop listening to the show because I'm telling you you're fucking lazy. God, I should probably stop telling them they're fucking lazy. Anyways, just get in contact with us. Email us. Send us your comments, concerns, and shit like that. If you have a problem with me saying that you're fucking lazy, email Colin. He'll deal with that.
Hi!
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm kidding. You guys have a good holiday. As always, I am Travesty.
Hi, Colin!
And I'm Geekcast Joe.
Thank you for listening to another episode of this freaking show. I'm out.